A mysterious man boarded a dusty public bus in Abuja, humble, quiet, and unnoticed. But what happened next left an entire bus in tears, and a struggling lady holding a $10 million miracle. Who was this man, and why did he choose her? If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, because what you're about to hear will challenge your faith, touch your heart, and leave you in awe. Now, let's dive into this incredible story that has taken the internet by storm. It was a rainy Wednesday morning in Gwagwalada, one of the bustling local government areas in Abuja. The sky wore a thick gray blanket, and the streets glistened with fresh rain. The scent of wet sand filled the air as commercial buses, known locally as Danfo, hustled and bustled through the chaotic early traffic. In the midst of this urban rush, a modestly dressed man in a simple brown kaftan quietly joined a queue at the local bus stop. His slippers were dust-stained, and he carried an old leather bag over his shoulder. To anyone watching, he was just another middle-aged man trying to get to work. But that man was none other than Apostle Joshua Selman. No entourage, no cameras, no bodyguards, just him. He had felt an unusual tug in his spirit the night before during prayer. Tomorrow, he heard the Holy Spirit whisper, "Go out," as one of them. "I want to reveal a heart." So there he stood, silently boarding a crowded bus heading toward WUS. He sat at the back, unnoticed. As the bus took off, the usual noise filled the air, vendors shouting through windows, music blaring from the dashboard, and the driver occasionally yelling at slow cars in front. Then she entered. A young woman in her late 20s, visibly tired, holding a tattered handbag and a Bible with bent corners. She squeezed into the seat beside Apostle Selman, offering a faint smile. Her name was Ada, and life had not been kind to her. The bus moved forward, and so did the conversation. "Morning, sir," she greeted. "Morning," Apostle Selman replied, in a soft voice that carried weight but no pride. "You look like a pastor," she said, chuckling awkwardly. "I guess I'm just used to telling who carries grace." He smiled. "You must be a believer." "Oh yes," she said, her eyes lighting up for the first time. "Koinonia changed my life. Apostle Selman's messages, they've kept me alive." He blinked slowly but said nothing. "I lost my job 3 months ago," she continued. "And my mom's sick. I've been fasting and praying for a breakthrough. Even today, I barely had transport fare." The apostle nodded gently, listening with genuine attention. As the journey continued, a few passengers argued over change. The driver ignored potholes. But Apostle Selman's focus remained on Ada. "You believe God still answers prayers?" he asked. "Yes, sir. I have no other hope but him." "Then let him answer you now." She turned to him, confused. He reached into his old leather bag and brought out a small white envelope. Quietly, he placed it in her hands. "Sir, what is this?" she asked, alarmed. "Your answer." She opened it slowly, her hands trembling. Inside was a signed document with details from a foundation. She stared again. It was a transfer slip. $10 million. Her eyes widened. Her breath caught. She looked at the man, now gently smiling, as if heaven itself sat in his eyes. Who are you?" she whispered. "I'm just a vessel." "God remembered you, Ada." Silence fell in the bus. Even the rowdy passengers sensed something unusual. Then, the bus suddenly halted. A black SUV pulled up ahead. A man in a suit approached the bus driver, whispered something, and looked directly at the back seat. "Apostle," he said, bowing his head slightly. Gasps filled the vehicle. "Apostle Selman?" "Apostle." Phones came out. Eyes filled with tears. Ada burst into sobs. He turned to her again and said, "Don't worship men, Ada. Worship the God who answers prayers, even in buses." He stepped out quietly as the stunned crowd watched. Before leaving, he turned and spoke once more to everyone in the vehicle. "May this bus never lack divine visitation again, and may you never miss the day of your own miracle." With that, he walked calmly into the waiting SUV and drove off. Ada sat frozen, the envelope clutched in her hands, her tears falling freely. Later that week, news broke out. Apostle Joshua Selman disguises as a poor man in Gwagwalada blesses stranger with $10 million. But the apostle never confirmed or denied it, because, to him, it was never about headlines. It was about obedience, and the heart that believed despite the storm. Now, if this story touched your heart, share it with someone who's waiting on God. Because you never know, your own miracle might come when you least expect it. And before you go, don't forget to subscribe to the Africa Trends for more inspiring and soul-lifting stories from across the continent. Faith is real. Miracles still happen. Stay inspired. Stay believing.